The next thing I need to do is do a little research and find out some information on the endangered species that I'm going to do this project on, or this newsletter. So I go back to the website where I'm listening to this movie at, and on the right hand side you'll see some photographs of endangered species, and you'll also see that they link to websites. So what I want to do is I want to hold down the control button. I'm going to click on a picture. So hold down the control button on the lower left hand side of your keyboard, click on the picture, and then open it up in a new window. The website opens, and if I scroll down, you will notice that there are many animals down here that are in the endangered species list. You can choose any of the animals that you want, pick out something that you have particular interest in or would like to learn more about. I'm just going to pick out dolphins for my sake. Here I'm going to click on dolphins, and now you'll see a new web page here that has lots of information about dolphins on it. What I want to do is I want to scan this website for information that would fit neatly into my Pages template over here. For instance, take a look at your template. You probably have a heading across the top, maybe a caption for one of the pictures. This would be obviously a caption for the picture next to it, and some subheadings, a bunch of different information here, a body. So you want to find stuff on your web page that would fit neatly into the different areas on your Pages template. Let's start off with the heading here. Notice it says Fashion Monthly. Obviously this is going to be about endangered species, so I will start to type in endangered species. But if you notice here, I'm going to run out of room because this font is too large. To decrease the size of this font, I can double click on it, go up to the upper right hand side, click on Fonts, and my Fonts window will open, and now I can increase and decrease the size by moving this slide right here. So as I increase this font slide, you will see that the words will get larger, as you see here. So I want to make sure that they fill the entire area across the page. Okay, so endangered monthly now becomes endangered species. And maybe then I can even increase this even a little bit more until it fills all the way to the edge, just like that. Let's look for some other areas. As you see down here, we have a caption for the picture next to it. In my dolphin website, I also have a caption for this picture. Perfect fit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Atlantic bottlenose dolphin. I'm going to copy that by hitting Apple C, or going to the edit menu and saying copy. Then I'm going to come over here to my Pages window, and I'm going to highlight the area that I wanted to replace. And now I'm not just going to paste it in there, but I'm going to paste and I'm going to match the style. I hold down the control button on the lower left hand side of the keyboard while I click on the area, and now I can paste and match the style. Let me just show you like this here, paste and match style. I click on it, and now it keeps the same font, color, and size, but it imported the words that I wanted. If I wanted to increase this, I could go to my fonts, and I could tweak it just like this here, jack this up so that one word is on each line, or, oh, that looks good right like that. Notice the word here is misspelled. Actually, it's not misspelled because I got it word for word off of this website, so I don't need to correct the spelling. However, if it was misspelled, I would hold down the control button, I would highlight the word, I would hold down the control button, and it would give me alternative spellings right at the top of the list there. I don't need to do that for this, but just for reference if you need to in the future. Again, if this isn't the template that you're using on Pages, then you might need to reconsider what information that you put into the different spots. For instance, down here, this title and this subtitle right here fit perfectly with my name of the animal that I'm doing and the order. Okay, so these two titles would fit perfectly in these two areas right over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the word dolphin, and I'm going to paste it right where this is. I double click on this area here and it highlights the entire row for me. I use the control, and again I'm going to paste and match the style. Paste and match the style right like this. Paste and match style, and it imports it in same color as the background over here, same color as the other font in the document. I come back over to my website. I get the copy over there, come back over here, paste and match style. For the body of the newsletter, you see down here we have plenty of information. I'm going to come over here to my website. I'm going to scroll down, and I'm just going to pick up some of these different areas such as population, behavior, and I'm just going to highlight a group of information, just like down to there, and then I'm going to copy, and I'm going to see how it fits in to my document. Now, if I need more, I'm going to highlight here, and if I need more, like it doesn't fill all the way, I will then add more. But I'm going to hit Control, I click on this area, and now I'm going to paste and match style. Real quick note here, this really isn't plagiarism because I'm asking you to do this. You're not turning in this work as your own. That's the difference between plagiarism. If you were to tell me that you did this work or you wrote this article, then of course it would be plagiarism. But because I'm asking you to do it, it's not really plagiarism. Let's clean up this area here. All this is kind of small, and I do like the way they have headings here, but I don't like the size of them. I'm going to bring it back up here. I'm going to tighten this up a bit just because it's a little too spaced out. So I'm going to get rid of some of those extra spaces that were in there, make it a little tighter. And now I'm going to work on changing these subtitles to give it a little more pop. Following the theme here with Pages is real simple because it adds this little style button right here. So although it isn't really a title, it really doesn't stand out much, I can change it very easily by clicking on style and then sliding down here. Okay, there's all the different types of fonts, sizes, and colors that have been used throughout this template. For instance, this heading 1 is the order right here. That's that heading. I'm going to use the heading 2, which is a little bit smaller, same color, same font though. So boom, that kind of makes it look a little bit more professional. Gives it a little more pop. And then I'm going to go to the range, double click on that, heading 2, and I want to stay consistent with my headings as I do with everything else. Now if I check over here, I have a whole nother column over here that was used in the original template, but I'm not using it right here because I just don't have enough information. So what I'm going to do is run back over real quick to the other website. I'm going to copy in some more information, and of course I'm going to control click and I'm going to paste and match the style as it gets dropped in here. As you see here, this area is not good right there. The threats gets thrown in there. I'm going to hit return, make it its own thing, and then I'm also going to tighten up that area and again work with the styles and change that to the another subtitle using the styles there. Still a little bit more room. I'll run back and finish it in until all of my stuff is filled in. Here's something I just stumbled across, but it's good for me to point this out so that you know exactly what I expect from this document. It should look clean and professional. As you see here, threats starts over here, and then what it's telling you about is over here. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense to just have a subtitle at the bottom of the row like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a different area like this here, like the legal status and protection, and I'm actually going to move it to another part of the document. I'll actually move it over here. I'll move it over in front of behavior so that it readjusts everything. And then you'll see over here, boom. Now it kind of flows a little bit better because there isn't a subtitle that doesn't have the information just below it. Real quick while we're at it, we'll change the date that rests on the side of this page here. If you double click on it, it'll actually turn sideways so that you can see it right here. You see it turns sideways down here. I can get the date from the upper right hand side, August 27, 2000. I can just throw that right into here and then just hit return when I'm done.